Hello again. Today we're going to talk about a new feature just installed into QImage Ultimate 2016.141. It has to do with default settings. Well, QImage always had default settings. That's why my screen shows an 8 by 10 print is what I'd like to see all the time here because that's what I do most of. So that's my default setting. But what we've done here now is expand the default settings so that it includes not only the print size, but crop on and off. You can have layouts on your screen, how many copies you want, the orientation of the print, the orientation of the page, printer profiles, mats, colors, sizes, floating text, the interpolator, uh, everything you can imagine. Everything you can imagine now is included in the default settings. Okay, that's fine. Now, how do you work it? Well, up here is a brand new icon with a padlock, okay? And this is saying I am locked with whatever I had before as my default setting. They're locked in, and every time I open QImage, I'm going to get the same thing. But if I click it and it says startup settings are unlocked, now I can change my lock settings if I want to, or just leave them alone. So for example, I'm going to make two 5x7s here. Okay. Now, normally if I close QImage and open it, my default would have put it back to an 8 by 10, but we're going to try this with unlock. So I close it. Okay. I'm going to open it and let's see what we get. It remembered our two 5x7s. Okay. Now let's try something else. Now I'm going to use uh, the mat because it's visual. It's got color and you can actually see what's going on. So I'm going to add a mat. Okay. I'm going to add a mat in blue because that was the default color. And the size, of course, 0.09 all the way around. Okay, added a mat in blue. Okay, if I close QImage and open it, my color is still going to be the same. Now, let's see what happens. Watch this now, okay? I'm starting out with a clean screen again. I'm going to put in an image. I'm going to make a new mat just to show you how it's done fresh, okay? And I'm going to change the color to red so you can see it easily, like that, okay? And now I've got a red mat. Okay, remember the default was blue. I just changed it to red. I close QImage. I open QImage. And let's see what we get. Okay, we get the 5x7s that it remembered. And we're going to put a picture in here. And we're going to tell it to add a mat like that. And it's red because it remembered the last thing you set when you closed it. Now, not to go over every one of those things in the list plus, but you can apply the premise that whatever you have on your screen, when you close QImage and this icon is unlocked, it'll come back the same way. Let me try something here with you. I'm going to clear the queue. Okay, one more demonstration. And I do a lot of DVD labels for friends and things like that. So I have a little layout set up like that. Okay, round DVD labels. Okay, okay, and I end up with a layout. Okay, now ordinarily when you close QImage, you don't have your layout come back, but it does now. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to close QImage. I'm going to open QImage. Okay, got a little safety factor in there, and it opened again with the layout on here. So that's pretty neat. Now, let's go back up here to our lock button. Okay, now watch what happens. I click that and it asks me a question. Do you want to go back to the previous settings that were locked before, which means my 8 by 10, you remember that, or you want to make a new one? Make a new default setting with the current thing. So if I click current, that means that becomes my new default, and every time I open QImage, it's going to come up this way. Okay, so I'm going to say previous, and bingo. I'm back to where I was before originally. So you get the hang of it, and I think you can have a lot of fun with it. And just remember, whatever you set, all you got to do is unlock it and do what you want. Or you can leave it locked, for example, okay, and still do what you want, but it won't remember it when you close. In other words, I can still do my 5x7s. I can do anything I want here, right? 3x5. It'll remember it, but when I close QImage and open it, because it's locked, okay, previous, it'll come back to this, okay? So you get the idea. Okay, here we go. There we go. There's a new size. And if I close it and open it, let's do it. Because I have the lock on now, as you can see, close, open, okay, and it went back to 8x10 because it was locked for the previous defaults. Okay, I think I got enough in there to get you started and let you play a little bit and have some fun. So until next time, thank you very much for listening.